All right, gang, it's my Friday. That's right. I would say I have tomorrow off, but I'm a parent, so I don't get days off. But I definitely don't have to go to work tomorrow because this is my Friday. I do have a Thursday editorial for you. I'm going to jump into this. We got two for you this morning. Before we get to them, though, I want to kind of nail something down. Had a conversation with someone, and look, that thing where the guy got choked and tased, I think it was Illinois, right? Where the black guy and his girlfriend was filming it and everything. Yeah, should the guy have run from the police and resisted? No. Should never try that. You should always just go with the program. However, here's the thing, though. Some people are siding with the cops, going, well, the cops are doing their job. Them poor little boys were doing their job, man. And the dude, he shouldn't have resisted. He shouldn't have had marijuana. But nobody's really asking the questions. How did they know he had marijuana? Oh, that's right. They got a tip. Ding-a-ding-a-ding. Yeah, they got a tip. No one's asking the questions. Why was he stopped? In the videos, the cop never tells him why he got stopped. He just stands there. Then if he eventually says, well, are you supposed to be on this property? And the guy says, you pulled me over here. Well, you could have stopped on the street. Is nobody reading between the lines here? Or are we just really, the cops are just doing their job and the guy gave them a hard time? So are we going to give up our civil rights in the name of just obey the police? Just obey the police. Whenever they say something, just obey them. Hey! Right? Is that what we're doing here? I know that you might say that's kind of extreme, but come on. That's where we're headed, guys. Just obey the police. Let me see your papers, or I will bring the canine to attack you. That's where we're headed, guys, if we're going to give up our civil rights under the name of just obey the police. Okay, dude? You can go to court. You can fight it in front of a judge. So then it's anarchy. The cops really don't have to enforce laws by the law. They can just say, well, I think that's what the law says. I don't know. I can't remember every law, so I'll just enforce it however and just fight it in front of the fucking judge. So the cops can be wrong. We don't care, just as long as they're doing their job. And that's what I'm trying to say. No, we need to expose these people that are wrongfully enforcing law. Well, we can't remember every penal code and every vehicle code. Then you need to fucking carry a handbook and you need to look the son of a bitch up to make sure you're right. Otherwise, you're giving people citations and arresting people unlawfully. You know that's an unlawful fucking arrest, right? And citation. Because you can't do your job competently. Carry a fucking handbook. Sorry for the language, but carry a handbook with you and look the thing up. Let me see. Yep, that's what it says. Or, okay, I'm mistaken. You know what? Just kind of misinterpreted something here. I apologize. Have a nice day. No, we're just going to give up our civil rights and say they're just doing their job. We'll just go to court and fight it. So now everybody's going to get a citation. Well, and then the excuses come. I can't remember every law. Then why are you a fucking cop? I'm sorry, guys. I'm on this kick. I am sick and tired of hearing people justify bad police action and say, well, the law enforcement officers are just doing their job. Well, they're doing it incompetently, and we're allowing it in the name of just obey the cops. No, we're going to expose them. We're going to put them on social media. We're going to make our complaints, and we're going to make sure, and I'm talking nationally here, we're going to make sure that law enforcement officers either start being better trained or go find another job. So speaking of that, we're going to move to Bakersfield, California. You're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. This is a higher up. That's right. And it comes to us from the Los Angeles Times, Jacqueline Cosgrove. Thank you, Jacqueline Cosgrove, for this story from the Los Angeles Times. We're going to take your story and we're going to make it into an editorial today. A Bakersfield assistant police chief was arrested Wednesday on suspicion of felony domestic assault after officers responded to a bar just after midnight and found a woman in the parking lot who alleged she had been victim of domestic violence. Officers arrived early Wednesday morning at the VIP Lounge, a neighborhood bar in Bakersfield, and determined the suspect was Assistant Chief Evan Demestahas. What a name, Demestahas. Kind of almost sounds like domestic. Detectives obtained an arrest warrant for Demestahas, and he surrendered to the Taft City Jail, where he was booked on felony charge, according to a Bakersfield Police Department news release. Demestahas will be placed on administrative leave, pending the outcome of criminal and administrative investigations, according to the department. For the time being, he will be paid while on leave, according to the department. Chief Lyle Martin said in a statement, quote, "We take all domestic violence cases very seriously. The Bakersfield Police Department will conduct a thorough and complete investigation into this matter. No one is above the law." Well, we will see if no one is above the law. You might say that. We want to see it. We want to see it. We don't care what you have to say. I'm sorry to say that, but it be true. He says no one is above the law, and this guy's going to be charged and whatever. And now people say, well, he's on paid administrative leave. What if she's lying? And I know she's probably not, because it seems like domestic violence and law enforcement kind of go hand in hand. But what if she is lying? What if she was making it up because she got in a fight with him and just, that's happened before. So let's not attack this chief just yet. But he's on the fence. We want to see the outcome. And we want to know what the real truth is. We want to hear from her, the victim. Let's move east and go to St. Louis, Missouri. Is it Missouri or Missouri? St. Louis, Missouri or St. Louis, Missouri? Some of you Midwesterners let me know. Mideasterners, whatever. So this story comes to us from Fox 2 Now. Fox 2 Now, thank you for this story. And we're going to take your story, make it an editorial, and let everyone know what's going on across their nation with law enforcement. A St. Louis police officer fatally shot a man during a struggle Thursday morning after the man resisted arrest, then tried to reach for a gun, Police Chief John Hayden said. The shooting happened just before 1 a.m. in the 4,000 block of Garfield and Van Deventer in the Jeff Vanderloo neighborhood. Officers were patrolling that neighborhood, known for drug activity, police say. According to authorities, one officer approached a car and found the driver had marijuana on his lap. Chief Hayden says the officer tried to get the driver out of the vehicle. A struggle then ensued. According to police, the officer attempted to use a taser, which was unsuccessful. The officer sees the suspect reaching to retrieve a gun from his pocket. One shot was fired and hit the suspect in the chest. According to the police, the suspect was taken to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Police have said a 7-year-old child was in the car at the time of the scuffle. The child jumped out of the car and ran to her mother during the incident. The child was unharmed. A loaded revolver was found at the scene and taken into evidence. Police confirm no officers were injured, and police have not released the identity of the victim, but we are told the officer who killed the man is 28 years old with 4 years of police service. Meanwhile, the other officer is 24 years old with 2 years of service. So here you go, another one where it was, and there's another story. I kept trying to get the editorials from St. Louis Today. If you Google, I'm not going to put the link, but if you Google St. Louis Today, you can go read it. The reason I'm not putting the link, when I tried to read it, I kept getting this questionnaire. You have to answer a couple questions before you can read this content. I was like, I'm not taking a test to read an editorial. But in that one, I did see part of it where it said something about there was a bunch of guys around and the officers suspected drug activity because there was a bunch of guys standing around, and they went over and confronted him, and this happened, this story. But I want to know what you guys think from what you've heard me say. I mean, people are going to side with the police and go, well, the guy was reaching for a gun. Says who? The cops? They say they used a taser, which didn't work, which I guess sometimes I've seen that. No, I've seen that on Cops, the TV show Cops. I've seen where they tased this big guy, and he wouldn't go down. He was walking around in the middle of the street, and you hear tat, 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 tat. They were electrocuting him, and he was like, they tased him like 4 times, and finally he fell. But, tasers don't always work. But, I don't know. There's another one where a guy was shot and killed. They say he was pulling the gun out of his pocket. If he was, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm armchair quarterback in here. But over marijuana, over possession or sale of marijuana. He wasn't robbing somebody. He wasn't, trying to shoot someone in the head. He wasn't committing rape. It was over marijuana. Just kill the guy over marijuana. I don't know. But the cops are doing their job. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. News Now Ukaipa, letting you know what's going on across your nation with law enforcement everywhere. I hope you guys are a little bit better informed today. I was hoping to kind of maybe after a while just stop editorials. I hope it's not getting too old. But I don't know. Every single day we have something to discuss with law enforcement. So I just can't stop. Now hopefully I'm keeping it entertaining for you guys. I mean, I pause a little on, not so entertaining, but, I'm just speaking about, I hope I'm keeping your attention. I guess that's what I'm saying. So you're not like, another police editorial. Just seems like every day something has happened in the last 48 hours. Thank you guys. News Now Ukaipa. I'll talk to you later.